Hello, and welcome to Mama Ruth's house. So glad you stopped in today. Today I'm sporting some corn cob earrings that my son Jeremy made. If you look down in the description where the recipe is, below that you'll see his link. He is super creative. He has made 75 books or more and he has them on Amazon for children, for adults. Just different kinds of activity books. He is super creative. He has made them all, illustrated them, designed them, and written everything in them. So you can go check out that. And he also does a lot on his 3D program. So he makes many items. He's making a video game right now. Just show him some love down there. But today we are going to be making zucchini noodles, and they're out of my garden. I harvested today, and we're going to do it like a ratatouille sauce. So it's all going to be vegetarian that we're going to add to it, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. And it's it is 2 points per serving if you're doing the Weight Watcher program, and that is merely because of the sauce. Everything else is free game. Let's get started. I actually have this handy dandy, I don't know what it is, but a spiral noodle, veggie noodle cutter. I don't know what the technical name is, but I can put the link down. I did get it on Amazon and I love it. All right, let's put you down so you can see what we're doing here. These are my lovely vegetables I just harvested. This is all the herbs that we got fresh from the garden today. This over here we did not get from my garden, not yet. All right. So I'm going to put this down. It's pretty easy. I'm just going to make a little bit of this, but you'll get the gist of it. So you just cut off the ends of the vegetable that you're going to choose to use. Ow. Poked me. Just put that in there like that. Push it together. It comes out on this side. I'm going to put a little Okay, so you just push this. Like I said, we're only going to make a little bit for us today. Super easy to do. I've made this a few times and it's delicious. It has a suction cup on the bottom, and I don't know what I did that I didn't get that working, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work. It is so nice to go out and just pick from my garden. I'm so excited about that. All right. Oh, I was supposed to do that. That's what's wrong. Okay. So I have all these lovely noodles, fake noodles, but I'm going to move this. And I've sprayed a pan. So what I'm going to do is take these and spread them out on my pan. You see where we're going with this. We're making some vegetable noodles. All right, so I'm going to spread them out. I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. right. So I'm going to add some canola spray on top. Then you can put any kind of seasoning that you would like on them. This is what I liked. I did it last time. I put some onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, some salt, and a little bit of pepper. Like I said, you can just season it however you'd like. As you know, these take on whatever seasoning you put. And we're just going to pop them in there for about 15 minutes. Clean up this mess and then we'll get started on the ratatouille. So I've washed all the vegetables already. I don't think I want to use this. I think I'm going to use, because we already have zucchini noodles, so we're going to use this. A nice summer squash that I purchased. Mine, I've harvested one. I got a couple that are close to getting harvest, but not quite ready. So I had to resort to store-bought ones today. So I like to make this pretty good size chunks. I don't like them too small personally, but like I said, you can do whatever you want. You can add whatever you want. I think I would like some mushrooms in it would be good for me. So I'm just going to make them like about, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 1 inch cubes. Might as well use this whole thing. I'm not going to use it for what we have today, but I can use it for something else another day. All right. This is a Japanese eggplant. Like I said, I just harvested it today. It's my first one of the season. And I'm just going to, because it's the thin one, I'm just going to cut it in half. And just make chunks. You can make them smaller, however you would like. We're just doing this and I got some bigger ones in there I think I'm going to cut. There's really no rhyme or reason. You can do it however you would like. All right. I'm going to add some bell pepper to mine. I don't know if this is not true ratatouille, but you know, it's just kind of a vegetable pasta sauce is what I'm going for here. I'm just adding what I think would be good and what I have in my garden available. My tomatoes aren't ripe yet, so I had to resort to a store-bought one. Oh, you don't know how much I hate that. Again, I'm not making anything too small. Kind of want it a little bit bigger. I think I'm going to put those aside because I might put those first. I'm going to do a little bit of onion Again, I'm just making it kind of larger. I want it kind of chunky personally. My husband will not be eating this because he's not a big veggie fan of all these veggies. I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of tomato and put it in there. Again, just cubing it up, throwing it in. Got my garlic. I'm choosing to do 2 cloves of garlic. You can put as much or as little as you'd like. I'm going to put that in here. Oh, I'm going to take this all away and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to put a little bit of oregano. Chop it up. Oh, it smells so good. Some basil. Boy, I don't know about you, but there's just nothing better than fresh herbs in your dishes. I think I'm going to do a little bit more. Basil. All right. Probably add a little bit of parsley too. I got some in there. All right. I could have added more parsley, but that's all right. Now I'm going to move these aside. I'm going to get our hot plate up here. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in there. It's not hot. I usually do it when the pan's hot, but we'll just wing it. Again, I'm just going to spray this with some canola oil spray. saute that up. So once it gets hot, that'll be wonderful. Stir our zoodles here, just to get them. And it's just a little bit. It's only going to be for me today. So, but I'm making enough sauce for another use. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's beautiful here today. It's only about 80. It is going to heat up. We are looking at possibly 98 to 100 by the end of the week. That's Friday by Friday. Today is Sunday. We are going to be using this Simply 8 by Ragu. It is only 60 calories per half a cup serving. Finally, we got some sizzling going on. I love to eat what you grow. Makes me happy. Boy, just the onions and the bell pepper smell delicious. I just want to get these started cooking and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. I don't want them to be too overcooked as well because I'm going to be heating it up again. So after this, and I don't want it to get too mushy. I could have added the tomatoes at the end, but I'm just going to add it all together. I thought the yellow squash would give it a nice contrast of color with the purple Japanese eggplant and the red in the tomato. I think it'll all look really nice, besides taste delicious. And again, I'm just making this with what I have on hand. I really think mushrooms would be delicious in here too. My daughter, Melissa, does not like meat very well. So I think that this recipe would be perfect for her. So if you're watching, the recipe's at the bottom, Melissa. So I just cooked those up a little bit. I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. Now I'm going to add some salt. Some black pepper. I think it would be good with a hot pepper in it as well. I almost harvested one. I have an Anaheim one, but it was still a little bit small. And I think I'm just going to add my go-tos, my onion powder and garlic powder. Can't be bad, right? I'm going to give it another spray. You could use some olive oil in here. It would just add a little bit of points. Totally up to you. Oh, it smells so good. I'm just going to get these kind of cooking, and then I'm going to simmer them a little while with the sauce in there and let the sauce absorb to with the vegetables. You can make a meat sauce, which is what I did last time. I made the 99% ground turkey, or 98%, whatever it is. And I made that with a red sauce, and then I added it to my zoodles, and it was delicious. Doesn't that look so yummy already? Gosh, I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. My husband likes a lot of vegetables now. He's eating a lot more, like cauliflower, and he likes asparagus and broccoli, but not so much on the squash and bell peppers and onions. That's not his favorite. Or eggplant. Just want these to soften up a little bit, and then I'll add my sauce. The tomatoes are releasing some liquid, so that's helping in here. I have some other eggplant out there as well. So I have white Japanese. It's not a Japanese eggplant, but a white one. And then I have just your standard eggplant. So we'll be making some, I think some eggplant parm is in store for us later, as soon as it gets going. I have a little bitty one. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I need to leave it alone for a minute and let it just do its thing. I don't know if you can see that up close, but look how wonderful that looks. I haven't had anyone request anything, except I did have someone want the chicken parmesan, and she wanted the breaded one. And so that's a little bit more points. I haven't made that one yet. And then I believe eggplant parm, which is coming. I just hate buying the vegetables with it when mine are growing. I know, just buy them. All right, I'm going to add our fresh herbs. That was the basil, the oregano, and a little bit of parsley. I'm going to add our sauce. I'm just going to let that simmer a teeny bit. Let me get a lid. Oh, that looks lovely. I think I am going to add a little bit of red pepper flakes to mine. You can either omit that or add it. It's optional. I'm going to put my zoodles on my plate, and then we'll serve it up, put it on there, and test it. All right, I'm going to put this aside. Look how delicious that looks. All right. This is still hot, so we got to be careful with that. All right, now we're going to taste it. It looks amazing. Smells amazing. Mm. Oh, it's delicious. You get a little bit of that red pepper flake bite, but not a lot. And all those flavors mixed together are just delicious. You can taste the fresh herbs. Very good. So I hope you all make this. It is delicious. 2 points per serving. And again, I thank you for all your support and for watching my channel, subscribing and sharing. It all helps my channel. Again, thank you so much for your support. And with that being said, until next time, make a fantastic day. Thank you so much.